You are now the state representative for Kansas.
Yes.
Tell me about your process and why you wanted to even get started with the program, why you wanted to join it, um, and yeah, why you think DYW is special.
Yes. Well, I first heard about DYW through a pageant coach and a career or college advisor. And I had done a couple local Teen USA pageants, and I just felt like I wanted something that was more holistic, something that really saw um, also like my community involvement, including my grades, extracurriculars, and things of that nature. And even the skills that I learned from the few pageants that I've done recently have helped me in the DYW process. And she recommended to me, her name is Miss Marianne. She's with Down South Prep and Coaching. And she just recommended it because she lives in Alabama and it's super big in Alabama, but not as big in Kansas. And so she said, you would be perfect for this, just look at it, try it out. And I was a little bit nervous at first, but I was just surrounded by so many amazing young women that are highly exceptional. And it was just the iron sharpens iron type of deal. I was able to grow within my own self and my skills and what I've learned. And that's really what I wanted to. I came in there with a positive mindset, and not in a competitive mindset either. I just wanted to go out there and be my best self, as that's what we are here to be as distinguished young women. And so, yeah, I was just able to be around phenomenal, phenomenal young women from Kansas. And we're able to come together from small rural towns. And I'm from Wichita in Kansas, so I'm in a bigger city. And we were just able to share our different experiences and just grow. And it was such an amazing experience.
Yeah, well, you mentioned a couple of things that sparked my interest. So you mentioned you do pageants and how this one is a little different. So, of course, we're not a pageant, but we have that sort of same system going on. We have
Yes.
different categories that you're competing in with
Right.
scholastics, talent, fitness, and self-expression. And so, with that said, why is this sort of format something that you were excited about? You said you wanted something that kind of focused on your community service and different aspects than a typical pageant might, because it is a little different, but again, similar format. So what sort of excited you about the differences in the two?
Yes, that's why I also really appreciated this is that it was a scholarship competition and not a pageant. And um what I like that it's, different is I felt like when I was doing pageants, which I started just to, a year ago. I've not been like a lifelong pageant girl. I just wanted to try something new and, grow my speaking skills. And um I felt that sometimes I didn't get to share the community involvement that I have. Like, I'm the mayor of the Mayor's Youth Council, I'm on our district advisory board, I'm a student ambassador, and I'm a senior representative on student council. And I felt that sometimes I didn't get to share a piece of myself in a 3 to 5 minute interview that I felt that I wanted to be explored by the judges. I wanted the judges to really get to know me in a 10-minute interview. And I wanted the judges to see how hard I've been working in school for the last 4 years, on top of all the, varsity cheerleading and all the extracurriculars. It's really tough, and I was taking tough classes. Um, and I wanted them to see my speaking skills. Like that it's not just when you're top five, you have an onstage question. Everybody gets to voice their opinions and what's in their mind, because we are all very, very smart. And so you just got to hear such intelligent young women speaking. I also loved that the fitness was really fitness. We were working out, we were sweating on stage. After we hit that final pose, we're breathing heavy, but it just really emphasizes that we're being healthy, we're working out. our board members took amazing care of us and fed us well, and we were being nutritional and working out. And so it really emphasizes that aspect of being healthy. And we had different talents being displayed. I did poetry, and I've never done a talent on stage before. And so it was just such very different from the Team USA format. And I haven't really been in the pageant world as much, but completely enjoyed my experience of being a distinguished young woman in Kansas. And not only were we doing a little bit of a different format, but also we had workshops about public speaking and interviewing and those life skills that you need. I believe that every young woman, it's not necessarily trying to be the winner. We are able to grow and better our skills and take things away that we use in our everyday life and in our future. Especially that we are rising seniors and will be graduating, going into the workforce, going to college, or wherever your path leads you, you need all of those skills that distinguished young woman has helped me sharpen.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you hit the nail on the head with so many different things there. Um, like having having that experience of not just going in to win it. Like I think that's what a lot of the um and no shade to the pageants out there
Yeah.
because you learn great things in those as well.
Mhm.
But a lot of the time you're going in to win it. You want that crown, you want that sash, and you're really doing it alone. It's all about, you. And in this program, I think we're seeing a lot of the girls come together and root for each other and build that sisterhood bond. And that's something you really, it's struggle to get in another sort of program
Yes,
like DYW. So I like what you said there, and I think a lot of people are or that's sort of the message that we want to deliver to people. That this program is so well rounded and you're learning so many different skills, so many different life skills in the entire process, which is so, so cool. And of course, scholarship money does not hurt.
it
Um,
does not hurt at all.
yeah, and you can win money from such a like the local level. So you can win money from the local level, the state level, and then of course the national level if you make it this far. Um, which is why we're talking to you today because you are the state representative for Kansas. So, speaking on that, what do you hope to gain now that you are the state rep? What are you hoping? What message do you want to share to others hoping to maybe be in your spot one day?
Yes, it is such a privilege to represent the amazing class of 25 for Kansas, just because I know that I'm representing a bunch of amazing girls. And what I really just hope to gain this year is I want to get more girls into the Kansas Distinguished Young Women competition. It's such a good opportunity. Just by competing, you get $1,000 to Cloud Community College just by being there. You don't have to win a category. You're just there growing and bettering yourself, and you get scholarship money. And I think that is such an amazing opportunity that I know so many other girls in my position or rising seniors would love to be a part of. And so I want to really spread the word all across Wichita, all across Kansas, whether through social media. I want to go to different schools and really just advocate for distinguished young women, but also what the pillars of being a distinguished young woman is. Being studious, being responsible, being healthy, all of those things. I would like to just really emphasize that, whether it's through social media or just being an example of myself. And because I've had so many women in my life that were that example for me. And that's why I was able to be the woman that I am today and to be that distinguished young woman. And that's what I also loved about Distinguished Young Woman is because it's called Distinguished Young Woman. I'm not just a teen, I'm a young woman and I'm distinguished. And um, I just want to really get more girls involved. I really want to see the Kansas program flourish. And I just want to make Kansas proud and represent to other young girls like me, and girls that are going to be seniors this year, and just helping them have those skills that they need within their career and life in general.
Yeah, absolutely. It really it it seems like a small thing, just getting started and taking that first step and dipping your toes in the water. I've said a couple of times, but that one little drop in the water spreads a big ripple and can make such a big difference in your life and other people's lives. And sometimes we take that for granted. We're like, I don't really matter what I do. It's not going to make a big difference. But we want to change that mentality. We want to, make it known that this is a much bigger deal than you may think. And on that note, a lot of girls may feel intimidated. They may feel scared or say, I don't have the confidence to do that. I don't have a talent. What am I going to do on stage? I don't have anything special about me. What would you say to them to encourage them to keep going? Just try it. It's not, what can you lose? You're going to gain so many things.
Mhm.
And on top of that, scholarship money. There's a chance for
Right.
you to go to college for a much lower amount of money.
Right. And I would tell that girl, I would say, I know exactly how you feel. Because at first, driving to Belleville, Kansas, which I hadn't heard of until I signed up, and I was really a little bit nervous to stay with the host family. I've been away from my family before, but not stayed with somebody else's family. And, I knew that I wasn't going to know any of the girls there. And I was just a little bit intimidated, especially with the talent portion because I never have done a talent before. Unfortunately, I gave up piano in the second grade, so I was wondering what am I gonna do? But what I would tell that girl is just put yourself out there and get any of those thoughts that are limiting you from letting your light shine. Don't let any of that keep you from being your best self. You can make your talent about anything because the judges want to see you and who you are. You don't have to force yourself to be somebody different. You don't have to put on a facade. This is really a program that they want to see you and what you bring. I did poetry. I found a poem that I felt really embodied who I am. And I just ran with it. I practiced it. Find something that you're interested in. It doesn't have to just be singing or dancing or playing an instrument. Be creative. I've heard so many different creative talents that were in our Kansas program. Um, and if you're nervous about staying with the host family, those host families are host families for a reason because I had such a kind and loving host family. They gave me a tour of Belleville. They attended to me and just really let me in their family, which I think is so special. um and you really do create a sisterhood with these girls that you will be in the program with, because I went in super nervous, not knowing anybody, and by the end of the week we are all crying because we had to leave each other. And on stage after I had been announced that I was the distinguished young woman of Kansas, I just cried because I was felt so honored to just be representing the girls that I'm representing because they truly are the best. And we still text each other and support each other. And it was just such a beautiful and amazing experience and just such a sisterhood experience that I don't have because I have two younger brothers. And so I love having that sisterhood. And just give it a try. There's always going to be times in life where it's going to be nerve-wracking, maybe a little bit scary, but just put yourself out there. Don't let any limitations thinking, oh, that's not me. I'm not like a pageant girl. It's not a pageant. This is a program for you to show your best self and to be your best self. And you're going to be able to grow and really flourish. And the only way that you can grow is if you get a little bit uncomfortable. But then you'll find that this was like a once in a lifetime opportunity because you can't do it again next year. This is a once in a lifetime opportunity. And so I would say, just do it. Just do it. Just try it and you'll have an amazing time.
Yeah, absolutely. And the cool part about this program is it's been around for 67 years. We're going into 68 this year for the 68th national finals for year 25 or 2025. And so everybody that's been a part of it, whether it's local, state, or national level, you have such a big sisterhood now of people, of mentors, of people who have already gone through it, who can help you and answer your questions that you may have if you are scared or nervous. So it's so cool to see how the relationships build, but then they even build further on top of that when you realize, oh, I'm going to the same college as her. Oh, she did it last year. We're going to the same school next year. We're majoring in the same thing. There's so many different avenues and things under this umbrella that really get people involved and excited about it. So it's very cool, the sisterhood that DYW presents to the participants, and not just the participants. I mean, the volunteers and the sponsors, they're so excited year after year to keep going, to keep volunteering, to keep donating their time and their money and efforts to making sure that this program lives on and continues for years and years to come. And that's sort of what we're doing here today. We want to start this initiative with our state reps and see your opinions and your thoughts on how we can continue that ripple effect, sort of how that one small gesture can make a bigger difference. So, how do you suggest, Amaya, that we get more people involved, whether it's girls participating or volunteers donating their time or sponsors donating their money? How do you suggest that we can help do that at the national level and at the local and state levels as well?
I think just, getting on the ground and, doing that face-to-face work. That's why I want to go to schools and meet with junior girls that will be seniors next year so they can see me in person, face to face, and I can tell them their experience or tell them my experience. And just really get the word out because if it wasn't for Miss Marianne with Down South Prep and Coaching, I would have not even heard about Distinguished Young Women. So I want to be heard far and wide about this Distinguished Young Woman program. And I think just really pushing social media because we're all on our phones these days. Everybody has social media. And I think it's an amazing tool to reach so many people in such a short amount of time. And so just utilizing social media and having that connection with these girls. That's why I want to talk to these girls. And I think with volunteering and sponsors, um, just really show them how their work is positively impacting young women's lives and our careers and how successful we'll be in the future. And I appreciate volunteers so much because they're cultivating us. This program cultivates us to be our best self. And because I'm a state representative, I've received such an amazing scholarship that I know, scholarship and college tuition is super, super duper expensive these days. And so it was such a relief knowing that I now have support just because I was being my best self. And so those volunteers and those sponsors are just positively directly impacting us. And just knowing that their hard work is not being unnoticed and that they're really truly making an impact with their time and with their generosity. So they, yes, we need them, in order to have this program be successful, we need our volunteers and our sponsors and the people that support us. And so just I think giving the appreciation and giving shout outs to them and sharing the stories of the state representative, the local representatives, and even the national winner, and sharing their stories so they can see how they are positively contributing to our lives and truly changing our lives for the better. Um, and I think that's just such an exciting thing.
Yeah, it's really incredible to see because a lot of girls who may say no to signing up for the program are probably under the assumption that it costs them some money to even sign up. It's completely free.
Oh,
And
it's completely free.
yeah, and that's probably the biggest perk of all of it.
That is the best.
You're getting such, vast knowledge, vast experiences, vast opportunities for free. And so we want to drive that home and we want to make sure that everybody knows that you're able to do this because of these sponsors donating their money, because of these volunteers donating their time, and because you are interested at all in even participating in the program itself. So, yeah, we want to drive that home. It's free, y'all. Join it.
Yes.
Take advantage of it because there's not
Yes.
many opportunities,
No.
if at all, like it. So,
Yes.
um, yeah. So, Amaya, this has been a really great conversation. I appreciate you taking the time to talk to me today. Is there anything else that you want us to cover, you want to share with people who may be watching this, or whatever, any extra thoughts that you want to share?
Would say if you're gonna be an upcoming singer, girl, you better sign up right now, because you will truly have the time of your life. And I'm not just saying this because you're interviewing me and that's what I should say, but I truly, truly, truly had the time of my life at Distinguished Young Woman, and I had such an amazing experience. And I want every young woman to have that amazing experience as well. And don't miss this once in a lifetime opportunity because you won't get it again because it's only your junior year going into your senior year that you can do it. So take that opportunity, brave into the unknown, but you will have such an amazing time and an amazing experience because this program is so well cared for and developed. And I would say if someone is watching this and they know a girl that will be a upcoming singer, and I would say tell her to sign up right now, and you'll just have the time of your life. And I really, really, really encourage you, if you haven't noticed already, I really encourage you to sign up and, follow the social medias and see what the work that distinguished young women are doing. See how that could be you and how you could be representing other like-minded young women who are passionate, successful, smart, and just all around amazing. And just go for it. Just go for it.
Yeah, just go for it. You heard her here, folks. Just go
Yes,
for it.
just go for it.
Yeah, take the leap, take the step, just do it. What can you lose, So, really nothing. There's just only
There's really nothing
gain.
to lose.